Hey everybody, it's Sean Chuchuk. For about the last 15 years, we have done a video at this time of year. They've been interesting, they've been funny, and it's come to a place where we start getting requests through social media and through our website asking, hey, when's your Christmas video coming? This is it, and I want to share a story with you. Back on July 29th, we moved into our new office. There was a bunch of people here. We were getting things set up, moving things in from the truck, and my 8-year-old son was here with us. And at some point in time around lunchtime, him and I went across the street to order food for all the people that were here helping us. And we'd come back to the office, we were working, and on our office, we're on the 8th floor, we can look down from a deck or a patio to the street below. And when it was about time to go pick up the food, my 8-year-old son came up to me and he said, Dad, there's a man down the street that needs our help. I said, what do you mean he needs our help? He said, well, he needs our money. I said, son, we help a lot, we donate what we can. I really prefer not to give money to people on the street. Probably a typical response. The look on my son's face was disappointment, but he walked away. 2 or 3 minutes later, we left, we went down the elevator and we exited the building, and there was a gentleman about 15 or 20 feet up the sidewalk moving. Each step was about half an inch. He literally was moving this much with every step. It probably would have taken him 30 minutes to walk the distance of one city block. And my son said, Dad, Dad, Dad. I said, yes? He goes, that's the man there. It was quite obvious that he was one of the unfortunate that was likely homeless. Probably there was some health challenges. As it looked, he hadn't washed or bathed himself in more time than I care to really think about. Perhaps even soiled himself. My son was undeterred. Dad, he said, do you have any money? Like a lot of people today, I typically don't carry cash. Everything is done on a credit card or a debit card or whatever. And it so happened that I had a $2 or $3 in my pocket that day, just by chance. Don't even know why, to be honest with you. And I gave it to my son. He ran up to the guy and he handed the money to him. The guy was a little bit surprised. And he looked at me, he thanked me and waved, and he thanked my son. We went across the street. We went into the restaurant, and we had both of us had our arms full of food as we exited the restaurant 5 or 10 minutes later. And there was a lady, and she looked at my son, and she looked at myself, and she said, hi. She was really nervous. And I said, hi, how are you? And she looked at my son, and she said, I just saw that you helped one of our city's less fortunate people. And my son said, yeah, we gave him some money. She said, that was very kind of you. She said, I work for the bank across the street. And I was on my lunch break and I saw what you did. And I want to reward you. He looked at me, he looked at her, and he said, can I? I said, sure. And so she handed him a little card, a little gift card, and it entitled him to, I think, a dessert or a milkshake at one of the local restaurants that had partnered with the bank. We chatted with her for a few minutes, thanked her profusely, and we continued on our way back to the office with all our food. And as we're crossing the street, my son looks up at me. He says, see, Dad? It pays to help others. So I want to challenge you, whatever your belief system is, whatever you're celebrating this time of year, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or just the holidays and spending time with family, I want to encourage you to do something. Learn a little bit, perhaps, from what my son taught me back in July of this year. It's less about what we think, and it's about helping those that we perhaps feel the need or compelled to help. I encourage you this season, celebrate it with family and friends, those you care for and love. Spend time doing those things to create those cherished memories. But do something that you wouldn't typically do. Go donate your time. Donate something, whether it's money or clothes or blankets, whatever that happens to be. And share. Even if you've had a challenging year, share a little bit. Maybe for some of you, it's a smile with those that need it. You can make a difference in someone's life, in someone's year. Listen, this time of year brings out also something completely different. We're looking forward to what the next year, the new beginning that starts January 1st. It's the end of the year, but it's also December 31st is the end of a decade. First of all, I want you to think about what past decade, what it looks like for you, what you've accomplished. Where are you today in relation to where you were 10 years ago? And think about that as we move closer to 2020. Where do you want to be in 10 years from now? In your life, your business, career, and relationships. Listen, I want to share something with you, and I do this from stage when I speak. And I say this, people ask me all the time about building a business or attaining wealth or achieving big, hairy, audacious goals. And if you're in business, if you want to be in business, people is business, business is people. Building strong, powerful, high-trust relationships is where that real change and growth takes place. If we can serve and support you in 2020, we'd be happy to. If you have questions about what you really want to do and achieve and where you want to go, not just 10 years from now, but in 2020, in 2021, now's the time to make those decisions that change things. And listen, results, improved results, are the direct reflection of an irrevocable decision that you make now. Small changes today equals big results tomorrow. From our entire team, from our families to yours, for Change Your Results and Results Press, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah. We'll see you in 2020.